Good afternoon. I'm Al Schmidt, Secretary of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining me for the sixth and final daily update in our series leading up to tomorrow's primary election. The Department of State and your county election office have been working and preparing for this primary election for many months, and we are ready. Now it's time for all Pennsylvanians who haven't already voted by mail to get ready to vote at their polling place. As a reminder, if you haven't returned your mail ballot yet, please do so right away and in person. It's now too late to put your ballot in the mail, and be sure that it will be returned in time. County election offices must receive completed mail ballots by 8 p.m. tomorrow, Election Day. A postmark by that time is not sufficient. You can find the location of your county election office and any drop box or satellite election office in your county at vote.pa.gov. As of this morning, county election offices have received back more than 563,000 of the 895,000 mail ballots sent to eligible voters who requested them. Today, I'd like to talk about what those voting in person tomorrow can expect at their polling place. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. tomorrow. If you are in line by 8 p.m., you can still vote. If you don't know your assigned polling place, you can find it at vote.pa.gov. When you enter your polling place, check in with the poll workers. They will ask your name and will look it up in the poll book. You'll sign next to where your name appears in the poll book. If you are a first-time voter or are voting for the first time in a new precinct, you must show identification. Acceptable options include both photo and non-photo ID. You can find a list of acceptable ID on vote.pa.gov. Registered first-time voters who do not bring ID to the polls can either return with identification or be offered a provisional ballot. If your name is not in the poll book, poll workers can call the County Board of Elections to see if you are registered to vote in a different precinct. If you are in the wrong polling place, you will need to go to the correct polling place to cast your ballot. Or, if you believe you're registered in that precinct and should be listed in the poll book, you're entitled to cast a provisional ballot at that location. Your provisional ballot will be counted if election officials determine that you are eligible to vote in person on Election Day. If you need help voting, or if you cannot use the voting system because of a disability or some other reason, ask the poll workers about accessible voting options. If you need help using the voting system because of your ability to speak or read English, you can request language support. Remember, Pennsylvania has a closed primary system, so only voters registered Republican or Democrat will be able to vote for nominees to represent their party in the November 5th general election. However, all voters are eligible to vote on constitutional amendments and ballot questions. While there are no ballot questions or amendments or statewide ballot issues this primary election, you should review information on your county's website to see if there are any local ballot questions in your voting district. Also, there's a special election tomorrow for representative in the General Assembly for the 139th Legislative District, which represents Wayne and Pike counties. All registered voters in that district are able to vote in that race. Another reminder, if you applied for and received a mail ballot, but have decided to vote at the polls instead, bring your mail ballot materials with you, including the outer return envelope, to your polling place if you can. Then you'll be able to vote on your county's voting system. If, for whatever reason, you don't have your mail ballot materials with you and you requested a mail ballot, you may vote by provisional ballot at your polling place. Your County Board of Elections will determine after Election Day whether your provisional ballot can be counted. That process includes ensuring that you did not successfully already vote by mail. Unofficial election results provided by the counties as they tally votes will begin showing on the Pennsylvania Department of State's Election Night Returns website after 8 p.m. tomorrow. The results and returns website was recently updated so that users can navigate between statewide and county level races and see those results in a more user-friendly and intuitive way. The improvements to the redesign also provide a smoother, more efficient process for counties to report their returns on election night. These improvements have been successfully tested in all 67 counties. As you see the results come in on the website, please remember, all results are unofficial until certified. And changes in vote tallies in the coming days are typically expected. I urge you to be patient as election workers undertake the task of counting millions of votes, including hundreds of thousands of mail ballots, which cannot even be processed in Pennsylvania until 7 a.m. on election day. This work takes time. While we all want to know the results as soon as possible, county election officials, their first priority is the accuracy and security of every vote. Finally, I want to thank all the poll workers and county election officials working across the Commonwealth, long hours to ensure the integrity of our election. Their involvement enables all eligible Pennsylvanians to cast their vote and make their voice heard. I also thank you, the voters, who are participating in this primary. Your vote will help determine Pennsylvania's future. I'll see you again tomorrow night after the polls close to update you on how primary election day went in Pennsylvania and went across the Commonwealth. Thank you.